Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy, the Strongest Wizard, and tonight is indeed Fight Night, and we have ourselves another OP07 match here, and this time around it's very exciting because we have a whole new setup going on. We got two brand new hand cams, which I'm really excited to talk about, as well as a brand new color palette. I just wanted to kind of keep it updated and fresh, so here it is. We'll love to know your guys' thoughts on this setup too, for the hand cams. So yeah. Baller starting us off here with his first turn with the baby fives, and now we have a swinging 6k into life. He takes it, dropping down to 4, tapping 2 Dawn here for a Hiyori, grabbing our top life, which was actually the 7 cost Enel thanks to the hand cam, and deciding what to put on top, and it looks like it's going to be the 5 cost Luffy. But a quick shout out to today's sponsor, which is DXN Outpost DXN Provisions, the only place where I get all my sealed product. And right now, guys, there's also singles on there, which is really awesome. They have a huge variety of options you can choose from. A really great place, as well as if you're ever out here in SoCal, hit me up, man. I'm there every single week for local, so yeah. So Baller here with 2 active Dawn. He does end up passing 1 active for the leader effect, and then 1 just for kicks, man. No real reason to attack into Enel at all. We're taking it so very slow here. So 5k swing into the baby 5. We're going to use the ability here to rest the Hiyori. The baby 5 does go down, but now we have that 5 cost Luffy, which we talked about earlier, coming down. He did have 2 in our hand thanks to the hand cam once again, but we want to get value, right? So we want to attack with it and then use its ability. We see the 3 cost Cavendish coming down, and now we see baby 5 searching top 5 for another 2k baby 5. And with 2 active Dawn, what are we going to do here? We're going to pass, actually, but I guess Baller realizing, wait, hey, can I just swing into this Hiyori real quick? So, and now player letting him do so. And now with 7 active Dawn, this is pretty good. The fact that Enel did go first is preferred to go first. They always want to go first, really. Not too sure how it is with Bonney. I also don't know how this matchup goes in general. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. But if we look at Enel player's hand, we have the 0 cost, the Ace, as well as the 8 cost Katakuri, the 7 cost Enel, the Shirahoshi, and the Onami. There's a couple of different plays here that we can do. We have the Luffy to swing with, right? If we're trying to play it super slow, then we have the 7 cost Enel, doesn't have to swing. There's the Onami that can give it banish, as well as Shirahoshi to draw some cards. But our hand's pretty good though, so Baller reading exactly what it does here. So I think no matter what, we need to attack into the baby 5. We can't let Baller just continuously grab a bunch of cards. So using Bonney ability here to rest the Enel and tapping 7 here for that Enel. Now, of course, this Enel has rush and has protection off its ability, and we are going to swing 7k into life, and Baller takes it, dropping it down to 3 life. Now, pretty strange to see here, but Enel has 4 life still. I mean, we're already at 6 Dawn here for Baller, and it's looking pretty good here. So 8 Dawn, and now we see an 8k swing going into life here, resetting 2 Dawn, and actually going for the Luffy instead, and then passing the turn. Now that Corazon is a huge threat. It has protection and gives protection to all your rested characters that are 5 cost or higher, I believe. So that's pretty important here, that Cavendish, there's really no way it can go down here. If he swings into it heavy, he blocks it, and then the other attacking just block counter out of it. And if you look at Baller's hand right here, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2Ks in his hand, as well as a Corazon. And it looks like another 10 cost or a 10 cost Dofi too. So pretty insane hand here is what it looks like. A lot of really good stuff. And with Enel, we have the same thing. I mean, it's just the Onami. I mean, the Onami, the Shirahoshi, the Katakuri, as well as the Ace. And now with our 9 Dawn turn, I imagine we might see the Shirahoshi coming down, which I think he's debating to do. And yes, we see the play coming down, drawing 3 cards and then trashing 2. We drew into a Raigo with 0 cost, as well as a Beige. Now, you want to save the Raigos for the 8 cost kids, as well as the Katakuris. The 8 cost Katakuri you usually save, but with that Corazon, man, it's kind of scary, and you know he runs the baby 5 engine, so he's going to find those pretty efficiently. It's kind of scary here, so taking a bit of a switch here, a 9k swing. It looks like 9k swing into life with banish. Now we still have the Rosinante on the board, so we might just block it. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just block it and then pass the turn. kind of don't mind this play. I feel like, I don't know, it's kind of tough. It's tough, right? So, but we are going to see an easy 7k swing going to the 7-cost Enel. And if you look at Yea's hand, he doesn't have a 1k counter. He had a 1k counter that was the Onami, but he ended up playing it. So, yeah, that's super unfortunate. And then he's going to go ahead and pitch that 5-cost Luffy to save the Enel. And now we see an 8k swing, resetting 2 active Dawn here. And we're back in the same position. Are we going to let it go? I think we have to let it go just because we have 2 0-cost event cards. And how much do we really want to save this Enel right now? It would cost us 4 cards out of our hand. And yeah, he's going to go ahead and let it go. And with 3 active Dawn, we might see Baller just attach a Dawn to the Kid and then pass the turn. But no, we're going to go ahead and play the Bart. Now, there is no Dawn attached to Kid. So we can definitely swing into it, but instead we're going to go ahead and play the 8-cost category, put it to the bottom, and then with 2 active Dawn, we might see just a 7k swing into the Cavendish, I imagine. So I guess he's just kind of reading here just to make sure that make sure that he does the right thing here. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and pitch one of those 2k counters, and then for the turn here, Bowler draws into a Basil Hawkins. Another Basil? Man, so many Basil Hawkins. I mean, that card is incredible. Definitely think that Basil Hawkins is very polarizing. It's a very polarizing card for certain matchups. I feel like for certain matchups it's fantastic, and then for others it's okay. But we see an easy 5k swing going into life, and he does end up taking it. And we do see that it was an 8-cost Katakuri on the top there. And I think, yeah, just reading here exactly what it does. And we're going to pass the turn. Our whole entire board is staying active. He doesn't want to give him the opportunity to swing into any of his characters. Baller's building up an insane board so that eventually he can go for game. That's essentially what the game plan is that he's actually chosen to go with. And we are going to go ahead and play the 10-cost ace and then recover 1 and then pass the turn. Really, really good here. Keeping it safe, chill. And with that Cavendish, it's actually really, really annoying for this Enel player. So 5k swing into life, it does connect, and we have a trigger, which is that Onami. Luck of the draw, man. Off that ace. You love to see it. Well, you love it and you hate to see it. You love it for Enel, and you hate to see it for Bonney, right? So and it looks like we are going to go ahead and play another Cavendish. You got rid of 1, but we have 1 more, don't worry. And our Cavendish only costs us 3 anyway, so I mean, yeah, really awesome to see here. And we draw into another Rygo. Yeah, I would love to hear your guys' opinions on this, on Enel. I think just in general Enel, I feel like Enel is pretty underrated right now. I think a lot of people think it's a facade, that it actually isn't that good. But we're going to see the 8-cost Katakuri coming down, putting the Onami back in the top of our life here. Now, yeah, I mean, it's pretty interesting here. We have 2 Basil Hawkins. We have the Cavendish. If we swing into life, which we're swinging 5k. Okay, no. We're just restanding. If he swings 5k into life, we're just going to pop the Cavendish. We can't pop the Basil Hawkins. So we're going to go ahead and swing 5k into life. And it is the Onami. And he's going to go ahead and pop the Cavendish. Now, Basil Hawkins actually might be on opponent's turn only. I'm not too sure here. It is a fairly new card. So playing the Baby 5, grabbing the 10-cost Dofi. Pretty good here. And then it looks like we might playing the 6 cost. Oh, I forgot he's 6 costs. Onami can't even pop Basil Hawkins. Basil Hawkins is goated. Basil Hawkins is goated. It's a 6/7. Completely forgot about that. Leaving 2 active Dawn. We have the ability now active here for Bonney. So if Enel gets even tricky thinking he can attack here, we're resting a 10-cost or an 8-cost body off the bat here. And now we see the Rygo, the Kingdom Come, and I think Iya doesn't understand that. Yeah, he definitely forgot exactly what Basil Hawkins did. If he did play that and he went through with that ability here to try to remove the Basil Hawkins, he would just rest a Katakuri or one of these bodies. And with 3 of them on the board, it's pretty good. So we're going to swing 10k, and we are going to go ahead and rest the ACOS category. We're going to take it, and we see another 10 cost Dofi. We have 3 Dofis in our hand, guys. 3. So I'm assuming after this turn, we're going to start chaining because we have 2 big bodies rested already. And now we see the 10k swing. We're going to go ahead and block it with that Barto. And we see a 10k swing. Baller dropping down to 2 life and then grabbing another 2k counter. Playing the Hiyori, grabbing a 9 cost Yamato off life. And it looks like we might add... Yeah, okay. So just adding something to the very top. Wasn't able to catch it. We have a Frankie and 2 0 costs and two Kingdom Comes in our hand here. So easy 5k swing going into life here. We have an insane board. Our board is crazy. We have 3 Hawkins and the Rosinante, and the trigger is, let's see here exactly what the trigger is. Obviously this was on purpose, we added it here, and it's actually a beige. Very interesting here. Playing the beige out to stun one of the Hawkins. We're swinging 7k into life, and it looks like we're gonna go ahead and give him a 0 cost as well as a Kingdom Come, and then passing the turn. And now we have the Dofi coming down to stun 3 characters, and yeah, refreshing. I do feel like maybe, I don't know, it's kind of hard to decide. I feel like we probably should have just taken the second attack. We have Yamato as well as 10 cost Ace to recover regardless. And I think we did still have 2 0 costs in our hand as well as a Frankie. I think we could have gone out of anything, out of everything, but yeah, not too sure here. But with 10 active Dawn, we probably will see the Ace coming down or a Yamato. It's very possible. Now we could play the Kingdom Come to get rid of the Dofi and then swing 9k with lead. That's a possibility, or swing 9k into the Basil Hawkins to try to relieve some of the pressure here. Now Basil Hawkins can protect itself off removal, but it can't protect the other characters, right? And Kingdom Come is literally there for that reason. What this Enel player doesn't understand or doesn't know is that Baller has 2 more 10 costs in his hand. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of wild here. And as well as the fact that Enel only has 4 cards in his hand. Pretty crazy. So we're swinging a 9k into the Basil Hawkins, and we're going to go ahead and just pitch the Rosinante here, tapping 6 down for that Kingdom Come, and then passing the turn. Now we have 3 rested big bodies as well as the leader. We're swinging an easy 5k into life here, and it looks like we're going to go ahead and pitch a 2k. We swing 7k into life, and we're going to give him a 0 cost in the form of that Yamato. And with 1 card in our hand, it's a 10 cost Ace. We're swinging 7 into life, and we're going to go ahead and take this here. And what is it exactly? Oh, it's a Frankie. Oh, this is really, really good here. So Frankie's going to go ahead and replace herself. We're going to draw a card. We're going to use Leader Ability here, and then we get to pitch a card, and then we're going to pitch Ace, and then we're going to attack, and we see a Shirahoshi. Oh my goodness. Yeah, getting really, really lucky here with these draws. He drew 3, now he needs to trash 2. It's an Ace, and a Yamato, and a Gadatsu. We still need to pitch 2 cards here, so we're definitely not going to forget that. But we have to make a hard decision now. That's a Yamato and an Ace. So we're keeping a 1k counter and an Ace, and we draw into a 7 cost now. Unfortunately, we have 3 really big bodies that cannot be removed, but okay, this is really interesting. All of Baller's blockers are rested, and yeah, the dream's gone. The dream's gone. We see 2 5k swings, and now we have the Ace coming down. We're going to recover 1, and he does have rush, so he can definitely swing into life or try to clear one of these Basil Hawkins. With 8 cards in our hand, we're going to counter out of it with 2 2ks. This is very unfortunate here. I feel like if we swung into life, we give him Kid. Could have used Kid again, but we're swinging 7k into life. We're going to take it here, pitch a card, and we're swinging 9k into life. We're going to take it here, no trigger, and now we just swing for game. Baller does end up taking it. Thank you guys so much for checking out this channel as well as this video. I really do appreciate it, and stay tuned because I have a ton of new OP07 content coming out soon. See ya!